Well, if anyone has some stories to tell, it's Garcelle Beauvais. Between a Hollywood career spanning decades to her childhood in Haiti and, of course, dishing on her fellow housewives, she has put all that and more in a new memoir, Love Me As I Am, and we are so excited to catch up with her now. Welcome.
Hi, Sarah. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy to have you here. You are like a breath of fresh air with your pink on, your poppin'.
You too.
I love
you got
it.
some color going on.
Yeah, well, let's talk about this book. This book is great. There is a little something for everyone in this book. There's celebrity stories, there's life lessons, inspirational moments.
Yeah.
You know, when you set out to write this book, what is it that you wanted people to take away from this? What was the goal here?
Well, the goal for me was really wanting people to get to know me a little deeper, a little more. I mean, I've always been an open book, but I definitely went and told some stories that I hadn't shared with people.
Yeah.
But I really want people to be inspired, you know, and laugh a little and go on this journey with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, for women especially, like starting, you know, I got divorced my late 40s.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted.
It's a tough thing to deal with.
It is a tough thing to deal with, and having children. But it's really about moving forward and, you know, making lemonade out of the lemons and
you know,
adding vodka when you need to.
When you need to. Listen, we all have had to deal with some things that we didn't expect, and it's nice to have somebody talk about it and say, you know what, that might work for me too. I mean, you don't shy away from talking about anything. Like you mentioned some of the things here, but you talk about your dad, you talk about divorce, you talk about your son's addiction and recovery.
Yes.
You know, what was this whole process like for you?
It wasn't easy always.
Yeah, right?
It wasn't easy. I mean, me and my co-author, Nicole E. Smith, I mean, we sat and talked about it, like how much do you want to share, which stories do you want to share, and I felt like I had to be authentic to my story. So talking about my infertility, growing up, or not even growing up, honestly, like watching television, seeing other celebrities in their 40s and 50s saying, you know, I'm able to get pregnant, and no one talks about, you know, the struggles for that, and I didn't want to talk about, have the book and not talk about it. You know, we tried for 5 years off and on. Obviously, my son's addiction, you know, a lot of families go through that. Yeah. And luckily, he's on the other side of it.
Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
It's a very hard, it's something the whole family has to deal with when that happens in your family. But you also talk about your time here in New York. Yeah. And how you were scouted to be a model on a New York City bus. You hear about those stories, but you think that doesn't really happen to people.
I was actually here, and I had already signed with Eileen Ford with the Ford Modeling Agency, and I was on a bus because I was so afraid of subways. So I would take the bus and leave really early to go to my go-sees. And Suzanne Taylor was on the bus. And this beautiful, regal black woman, and she handed me her card as she was leaving the bus. And next thing you know, I was on the cover of Essence magazine for their college issue. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you spend some time in the book talking about, you know, finding your voice in Hollywood while being black.
Yes.
And so for maybe some people out there who haven't been able to find their voice yet, do you have any advice for them?
Oh my God, yes. Shout out whenever you can.
Yeah.
I think it's really important that we stand up for ourselves, right? And it's interesting because my boys are 14 and they can so easily say, Mom, if you don't want to do that, don't do it. Don't put someone else first.
Yeah.
And so, but for me, it was a struggle because I was taught to be nice to a fault. Yeah. That I really had to learn I can still be nice, but I can stand up for myself.
Yes.
And if you don't speak for you, who's going to do it?
Which you have to do on the Housewives. You have to stand up for yourself. There's a new season. It looks like there's a lot of drama. How would you summarize the new season?
Glamorous, fun. It tests some friendship and, of course, drama.
Of course,
everybody's going to get a little bit of something.
All right. Well, Love Me As I Am is out everywhere now, so go get yourself a copy. Garcelle, it was so nice to chat with you today.
Same here, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.